Welcome back. Bruce Porter joins us now for this week's Dollars and Cents Report. Thanks for coming in. Sorry about the onion salsa breath, but isn't it yummy?
It's good to be here, and I'm jealous I didn't get to try any.
Well, if our segment gets over and it's still there, you're welcome to. It's delicious.
I'm probably going to hit that and then Joy's thing, or
Kelly's dessert. Thing. I know. It's a good day around Ozarks Live. All right, so what do you have for us today?
We're going to talk about allocating 401ks. So the question.
Yep, there it is right there. Okay, I'm within 7 years of retiring. I'm concerned about how often I should review my 401k choices. How often should my allocations be reviewed, and what should I watch out for? Okay, 7 years, he's got a little bit, he or she has a little bit of time left to reallocate, but how often do you do that?
Well, believe it or not, this is a question that we get all the time. You know, when the market fluctuates wildly and the news reporters go, billions of dollars have been lost in people's retirements. Well, that's because people go without checking their allocations in their 401k. As you're approaching retirement, I think that should be a priority. You should check that as often as you can. I mean, quarterly. They may not let you make adjustments, but you want to keep your eye on the way your money's allocated. Now, there's a rule of thumb. There's probably several different techniques for managing the upcoming retirement date. So one that I've used in the past is a 5% rule. So if you're within 5 years, 5% per year, or 25% should be exposed to the market, and 75% should be very conservatively allocated so that you don't have the exposure. So the question is, what should you watch out for? The next market correction. So when is that going to happen?
Well, don't we all wish we knew?
Exposure to losses is what you're trying to basically prevent.
Sure.
So within 7 years, I think you need to transition into a defensive game. I think you need to be watching, not to be paranoid, but you want to watch what's going on with your money. Now, you know, here we are today. Let's say this is your 401k. You got this big pile of money. Let's say this guy's been at work for 30 years. So now he's within 7 years of retirement, and here he is with all that money. Well, the question is, if you're that close to retirement, wouldn't insurance be an option to ensure that you're not going to lose it?
And essentially insuring your money, I guess.
So let's look at the other major asset people have is their home. All right. So let's say you've got a mortgage on your home and you're within 7 years of getting your house paid off. Do you think it's important to have insurance on your value of your home?
I would imagine most people do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if your home is paid for? Should you have insurance on your home? Sure you should, because you're protecting the value.
Yes.
So now we don't want a tornado to take our roof off and not have insurance, because then we're going to have to use our own money to take care of it. Now we're within 7 years of retirement. I think that it makes sense to consider insuring part of that 401k.
Right, protect this pile right here, because it's the only one. So when you've worked all your life for.
That's right. So all this hard work, all this building up, all the ups and downs of the market along the way, but now you're getting close. So now I think, to help this guy out, evaluate your current objectives and your current goals and priorities. So here you are, here's your pile of money. So if you had that laying on this table today, how much of that would you be willing to risk to the unknowns of the market? It doesn't matter if it's on paper in a 401k or if it's laying right here on our table. That is your money that you need to pay attention to, because you could lose it. And if we go through another decade of correction like we've experienced, you're going to be well into retirement, and it'll be detrimental to your income.
And you should be looking at it a lot, maybe not every day, you know, and drive yourself crazy.
No.
But like you said, you know, every little bit, and maybe quarterly. You can't expect anyone else to look at it for you, or can you?
Well, you can, but you know, you pay people to manage your money, whether it's up or down.
But the typical 401k,
you know, there's lots of arguments with all of that. But you know, I think when you're establishing current objectives, current goals and priorities, establish what a model is for your current value of your 401k. I want X amount of percentage conservative, X amount moderate, like a 30, 30, 40, or a 30 or 40, 40, 20,
Right.
or something. As you approach that retirement age, that 5% rule is not bad to use.